Welcome to I Love You, I Kill You, the podcast where we talk about how much we love each other,
but also how we kill each other too.
Your perfect mix of true crime hosted by your favorite lovely couple.
Ew.
I love you, I kill you.
I love you, I kill you.
Hello, welcome to I Love You, I Kill You.
I love you, I kill you is back again.
We are back. We missed last week, but that's okay. But anyway, no, we're back this week, and this episode is inspired by my obsession with the dentist.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so where does this obsession with the dentist come from?
Well, it's funny.
Tell me all about it.
I was talking to Amber today. By the way, I have another podcast.
Don't listen to it.
Yeah, don't listen to it.
It's not nearly as
not as interesting.
high
as this
quality
one. Yeah.
and entertaining
But
as the two
I
of us.
was talking to Amber on that podcast about and he said your dentist. You going to the dentist is like how I went when I went to Israel. Like,
yeah,
he went to Israel, came back with all these stories and interesting things, and I go to the dentist and I come back with so many different.
You're so weird. You're so weird. So for so many years, Gabriel has talked to me about his stories about the dentist. I mean, do you want to introduce them to the orange situation?
So I went to the dentist. The dentist said my teeth were really, really good, but
This was many years ago.
This was a
right?
long time ago. I was probably like in 17 or something or whatever. And the dentist said your teeth are good, but I noticed that your enamel is like a little like dissolved. Like, have you been drinking like Coca-Cola? Huh?
Eroding.
Yeah, it was erosion, and oh yeah, the Jim Carrey eroding. He said like that your teeth, like the enamel in your teeth are being eroded. Do you drink like Coca-Cola? Do you drink sodas and stuff? But really it's like I was 17. I was drinking beer, I'm drinking liquor and stuff. But my mom was there and I didn't want her to hear that I'm drinking. So I was like, yeah, I've been eating a lot of oranges. It's funny. I forgot that my mom. That's why I didn't want to say it was alcohol.
That makes sense because even now, she's still on you for drinking too much beer.
And so the dentist was like, oranges. Like, what do you talk? Like, how? Like, it must be a lot of oranges. How many oranges? And I was like, and I swear to God, I said I've been eating 8 oranges a day. And he's like like he was so confused. And so I have a joke. I used to have a joke about that on stage. I used to tell a lot.
But more recently you visited the dentist, and every time Gabriel comes back from the dentist, like, I kid you not, I think these stories I used to think these stories were completely made up, like, the orange one. If I didn't, I could probably still think it was made up, but you came back from the dentist and you were telling me these stories deadpan about everything that went on.
Well, for some reason my dentist thinks that I'm into basketball. Like every time he comes in, he's like, "Hey, how are the San Francisco 49ers?" And I'm like, "Great, they're killing it this year."
And he's like, "They've lost the last 8 games."
How's March Madness is great, crazy. I'm like, "Woo, yeah, there's a lot of."
Is it because you go every March?
Oh, no, I don't know what it is. Yeah, that's the thing. He was like, he thinks I'm into basketball because I once mentioned basketball to him once, and he thinks I'm into basketball. So every time he's like slam dunk. And I'm like, yeah. And
it's funny. My dentist used to do similar, and he found out which university I went to, and he went to the same one for his degree. He used to just talk about it all the time, every single time.
Dentists they're mostly like affable people. Like, they're like,
but
they just talk.
I think my biggest issue with your experience at the dentist is you have someone's hands in your mouth at the dentist. And still, every time you come back and manage to tell me about all of these conversations you've had with the dentist, it's not supposed to be a social event, Gabriel.
No. So it's funny. I was talking to Amber. I was telling him that, like, most professionals I interact with, I'm not interested in the profession. I go to the mechanic. I don't ask a single thing to the mechanic. I go to...
You're scared of the mechanic, though.
Yeah, I'm scared of the mechanic. They're all scary. They're all like, what? What do you want? What? Huh?
Yeah, they make you feel stupid when in reality the dentist is more intelligent.
This is the interaction with the mechanic on the phone. I call the mechanic And they're like, hello.
Yeah.
They're like, hello, P&P Auto. I'm like, hi, can I please? He's like, yes. Like, can I want a car oil change with tires. Okay, Friday, bye.
Yeah, no,
And
it
they hang
is.
up the phone. And I'm like, did you write it down? Am I in the thing? How do you?
It doesn't even ask you car.
Doesn't ask me anything. And so I drop off my car. I put my keys in a slot, and they somehow give it to me.
Yeah.
And then so one of the times I went to the dentist. I had a question. I always arrive with questions to the dentist.
Who does that? Who thinks before?
Well,
What am I going to ask the dentist this time? And they must just think you're a bit of a weirdo. I think it was simple. Maybe.
I think they like the questions because it's like not. I'm curious, like because I love soda water. Like I got into soda water over the last couple of years, right? And I'm drinking a lot, just the bubbles. And people have been telling me that the bubbles in soda water erode your teeth. And what do you think? Is that true? Do you think that's true?
I don't know. My mum used to tell me that they give you osteoporosis. Like they make your bones crumble.
But why? Like
don't know.
it's bubbles. That doesn't make any. And then I asked the dentist. He said the bubbles don't do anything. It's the sugar in soda. Soda that's
Wow.
bad. So I learned that. Anyway, this time I went to the dentist. I went to my retainer was a little loose, right? We were talking about this. My retainer
That bloody retainer, I hate it.
and I brought it to the hygienist, and I told her like, oh, my retainer's a little loose, and she's like, really? Like, what do you mean? Like your retainer's like, how's your retainer loose? I'm like, I don't know, just over time, doesn't it loosen up? She's like, no, like never.
Fucking weirdo.
I was like, what do you mean? Like, is my head, like, what's wrong with my face? Like, what's going on? And she's like, I never heard of this in my entire life. I've never heard a retainer ever getting loose. And I was like, yeah, well, I mean, it must happen. It's like parts, She's like, no, it never happened. And I'm like, well, we'll talk to the dentist. And then during the procedure, not the procedure, like the cleaning of my teeth, she would stop every once in a while and ask me a question. She'd be like, so what is like usually it gets tighter because people take off the retainer and they don't wear it and your teeth chain, but yours is getting loose. And I was like, yeah. And then we're sitting there, we're waiting for the dentist. I had to wait a while, by the way. I had to probably wait 20 minutes for the dentist.
Wow.
For a while, and she was sitting there and she was just asking me questions about my retainer. She's like, did you lose any weight? And I'm like,
from my jaw.
I'm like, I've lost like a few pounds, but would it change the structure of my face? And she's like, I don't know, maybe. And I was like, and the dentist comes in, and I'm like, oh, my retainer's a little loose. Is it okay? And he's like, oh yeah, it happens all the time. And I'm like, why did you make me so scared?
Maybe she was trying to make conversation.
She looked so confused. She was like, huh. And then and I wanted to look at her and be like, what's wrong with you? And she didn't even realize she was just like mopping the floor somewhere. Anyway,
That's funny.
that's the dentist.
Quite the experience.
No, I like the dentist. Every time I go,
Our life would have been very, very different had you have decided that your interest in the dentist could span into a career in this field.
I don't know. I don't
what
think
the
I could
hell?
be a dentist.
I feel like that was gross. You're as
Sorry.
interested in dentistry as you are in video editing,
I don't know.
if not more.
I don't think I could be a dentist because dentists are dealing with a lot of people, and also it's probably like 10 years of schooling. You're basically going in. Aren't you like going into med school and stuff?
How many years of schooling did I do? And I didn't come out with a dentistry degree.
Oh well, yeah. There you go. I don't know. It's hard. Exactly. It's forever.
I know, but my point is, did I waste my time there?
No.
I feel like you could have had it over and done with if you'd gone to school at 19.
Well, I didn't realize that. I didn't know people could become dentists. I thought I only knew one.
Why don't you become a dental hygienist?
could
Then you
never.
get to spend your full day
No.
with a dentist.
No way. No. I could never be a dental.
Imagine the conversations you would have.
Imagine I go back. I have to go to Parkex every day.
Doesn't have to be. Your dentist also made me laugh last
So
year.
ghetto.
When you went, you were like, oh, the big screens and stuff. And I was like, no, my dentist has a lovely view of Mont Royal. It's beautiful. It's got a nice receptionist who calls me
It's
before.
the worst. Yeah, my dentist. It's like a man's like. It's like some old
It's a
lady.
toilet.
Yeah, some old lady's like crying in the corner. There's a man with like gauze in his eye. There's like some woman that's like, like it's like her teeth. It's always old ladies that are like, it's so funny. When my mom used to take me to the dentist, we used to show up an hour before our appointment for some reason. Because I used to hate going to the dentist.
That's typical Maria.
We would be so bored waiting. Oh my God. But now my dentist appointment's at 1. I show up literally at 1 and I'm in right away. And I show up, there's the whole waiting room filled with old ladies. And I show up for 1 second and I'm through before all of them.
What the hell's wrong with people showing up so early? I don't
What's
get
the
it.
point? It's not like you're going to get there earlier. You're not going to get you're not going to get there before me, you know?
No. I really like my dentist because in the UK, it's all like NHS, like National Health Service. So you have to wait ages for an appointment unless it's an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, do you remember last year when you smashed my tooth?
Yeah.
Gabriel broke my front tooth.
She overcooked my dinner. No, it was an accident. I bumped into her head.
Yeah.
With my
So
face.
I called them. I was like, hey, I've got a broken tooth. Usually I would have to wait a while to get that fixed. So I'd just be walking around looking like a hillbilly. Literally. This is like 4 p.m. I called them and they're like, want to come in at 8 a.m. tomorrow? And it was done.
Wow.
And also they accept my insurance really
That's
easily.
great.
So it is an expensive place, but you
Yeah.
know, the benefits of having insurance,
Yeah.
Whereas you're in your ghetto dentist.
I know.
You probably still spent $300.
200.
200.
Not bad for cleaning and a consultation.
Not bad.
So instead of talking about like death and stuff, I couldn't really find anyone. I found like really sad stories of people dying at the dentist.
Yeah.
What?
Someone out there, so just keep your voice down a little
I
bit.
found really sad stories.
No, not that much, but like you were shouting.
I found really sad stories of people dying at the dentist. So I decided I would find like anomalies at the dentist, like really the
weird stories.
Yeah, like horror stories.
Interesting.
So I have a few, and they're pretty short, and they're kind of funny and interesting. So one story.
You probably find them interesting, but it's probably just a dentist being like, well, did you know that the human body has different amounts of teeth?
No. So this is a lot of like stuff from Reddit I found. So here, this is some of these are like headlines like what are the most weirdest things at the dentist. So
I wonder where the weirdest place a tooth has ever been found is.
Oh.
Like actively grown.
Ooh, growing?
Like, you know how we have them in our mouths?
Yeah.
But did anyone ever like have a tooth grown out of their ear or out of their finger?
Yeah, I wonder what makes teeth just grow in your mouth. Why wouldn't it grow anywhere else?
Don't know. Sorry,
in your ass or something. Like your vagina.
Oof.
Like a canine. So, okay, this is one story. None of these have titles. They're just like different random stories. So
why don't you give it a title? This is a quality podcast and I expect quality content.
Okay, this one. No, because the titles would give away the story. Because they're short stories.
Okay.
So, general cosmetic dentist here. I once had a patient come in complaining about a lost veneer. It turns out what she had done is buy a box of plastic stick-on French manicure nails and super glue the tips to her teeth.
Oh my God.
She had done this. She had been re-sticking them for years, but she finally got tired of it and wanted me to use some of my dental glue to get them to stay on more permanently. When I refused and instead tried to get her to let me clean off the layers and layers of crusty glue and food and plaque.
God, they must have been huge. Like fingernails?
Oh, that's so great. She was so mad. She stormed out screaming about how I was only in this for the money. How dare I not help out a poor mother? That sounds like my mom. The thing is, from a distance, they didn't look at all that bad. Up close, a rotting disaster.
Oh, no.
But from afar, I was actually impressed with her ingenuity. This sounds exactly something my mom would have done if, like, we were slightly poorer.
Well, even now, I see your mom now super gluing her nails on when they
Yeah.
break. But in all fairness, my dad did super glue my tooth on once.
Oh, really?
Well, we were like on vacation, or I was going on vacation like the next day, and it came. Apparently, it's fine to do.
I didn't know
Even
that.
dentists will say, "Oh, it's okay."
Really? And it grew,
I know it's.
the
I should.
nerves grew back
I
or
sh-
something?
no, no, no. I should say. When I say Gabriel broke my tooth last year, it was already broken. It had just been repaired. So this was like the same chip.
Oh. Okay.
Fingernails, though.
I know, that's gross.
But if
But
you
it's
think
fake,
about
right?
it,
It's
if
not
you
actually
brought like really, really small, like nails made for really small hands, it would probably be okay. I mean, compare my teeth. My fingernails are painted near white anyway, but it's not that different.
I know, but let's say like let's say you eat a bunch of food.
Look at that one.
Yeah, no, it's close enough, but but the what's gross is that let's say you're eating a bunch of food and then the food is like kind of plaqued on your teeth, or you have plaque in general, and then you put these fake things over your tooth with glue. The shit under the glue and the fake nails is still there, just rotting away.
Listen, you don't know about this woman's level of dentistry. Maybe she polished her teeth before, made sure they were super clean.
It said a rotting nightmare, didn't it?
Oh,
it's
dear.
so gross. Oh, okay. Oof,
That was
nasty.
a good story.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, here's another one. Ready for this one? So this guy says, my brother's a dentist. He said the weirdest thing ever was, wait. So, okay, I'll just read from the beginning. Not a dentist, but my brother's dentist said this was the weirdest thing ever. My brother had been having serious jaw pain for weeks and said his back teeth hurt like hell. He thought he was getting his wisdom teeth in because he had never noticed this particular tooth before, and the gums around it were just really inflamed. It made sense to him, right? He thought he had like his wisdom teeth coming in. The tooth was just breaking through the skin. Then it got infected, and his gums swelled up, and he said his mouth always tasted like chicken soup. He's like, okay.
Oh,
So
no.
Weird, right? He's like, why does my mouth taste like chicken soup? What would you? I would be like, am I having a tumor or am I having?
No.
So he goes to the dentist like a month or more before the pain started, and the dentist is shocked because it's not a wisdom tooth; it's a chunk of chicken bone.
I suspected it might have been that, but would it taste that chickeny?
What?
That's so funny.
That's weird. It's a chicken bone stuck in your gum for like.
I just hit my tooth.
Oh
on the
no!
microphone.
Oh, shit. Like
Ooh.
you bit into a chicken bone and it gets lodged into your tooth and it slowly starts coming out, and you're like, oh, my teeth are coming in. You're like, oh, my wisdom teeth.
Something new.
And you're like, I never had this before. And then the dentist is like, why is it's a chicken bone, sir? You'd be like, oh God, I'm an idiot.
Oh God.
Kind of. That's scary, huh?
Yeah, it is weird. Very weird.
It's funny. I had popcorn yesterday, and I ate a bunch of popcorn. And I woke up today, and some popcorn was lodged in my gum.
Yeah, popcorn is spiky as hell. Though.
Yeah.
I found that like on the other side of my tooth.
I woke up today.
And I'd brushed my teeth as well.
I woke up today. It was stuck in my gum. I was like, what is that? It took so long to get it out, and it came out, and like it hurt so bad. I was like, oh. And my gum was all like sore.
There's a relief of getting it out, though, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
But that was after brushing my teeth, teeth twice.
Yeah.
Still was a.
Yeah, I had to like pick it out with like my tweezers or something.
Ooh.
No, I didn't use tweezers.
Did you use my tweezers?
I didn't use tweezers.
After you've worn that retainer all night. Yeah, are you even wearing your retainer?
Okay. Here's another story.
Okay.
I was working in a hospital, and a Maori woman came into the clinic. She was complaining of pain in her front tooth. She had multi-extractions in the... What?
Okay.
Whoa, what are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Did you fart?
No. Excuse you.
Because I heard a fart?
That was next door. I'm laughing because I was like, read it with a bit more expression, and you're like... I was working in a clinic when a Maori woman came with a multi. You suddenly got like Siri's voice or something of it.
Because I now I'm becoming more conscious of my reading.
Oh, cheers.
So I was working in a clinic. No, I was working in a hospital, and a Maori woman.
Every time you say that, I was working as a waitress. Okay.
She was complaining of pain in her front tooth. She had multi extractions in the past, and also had what?
Did you say multi?
Yeah,
Not multi?
sometimes. Because multi and extractions are separated in the story, so I went multi.
I feel like multi extractions isn't proper.
Multi extractions in the past,
Multiple.
and had a lot of carious lesions in her mouth.
Ooh.
The front tooth in question looked nothing like a tooth. Asking her about it, she had said she'd had a tooth extracted some time ago, but didn't like the gap. One day she had been walking along the beach.
Oh no.
This is the weirdest story. She had been walking along the beach.
What the hell is that laugh?
And found a dead seagull.
What? I thought you were going to say a shell or
Me
something.
too. She basically brought it home, cut the beak off, and shaped it and super glued it in her mouth.
Ew.
If
The beak. I thought you were going to say a nice little white shell.
She found the dead seagull.
It's yellow.
That's why she said it looked nothing like a tooth.
I was thinking, a pretty nice white shell, and I was like, oh, that's actually quite nice.
I
That's
know.
a
Yeah, I
nice
know,
idea.
right?
And it's, quite similar in composition. But a dead seagull's beak, she could have got any sort of disease.
So funny. She cut this tooth.
What the hell happened to her in the end?
It flapped around, and of course, it flapped around, but she seemed happy with it.
She's like, this is great.
Although the gum around it had turned malignant, probably due to the super glue and also the continuous irritation of the beak. So they got removed.
Beak.
The beak.
What the hell?
It's a dead seagull. Take it home. Imagine taking
Imagine
taking a
taking
bird-
roadkill as it is,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Maori. They're indigenous, right? Are they?
Yeah.
They're that different to non-indigenous people?
No, there's
Because I've seen Maori people. They seem pretty normal. They don't seem to.
no. And there are a lot of Maori people in New Zealand.
Yeah, they seem like they're not like in the middle of the woods.
No,
somewhere.
no.
Must have been a really weird lady.
Yeah. Very much so.
That was a wild story.
No matter how in touch you are with the environment and the land, I wouldn't think to myself, you know what I need to do? I need to pick up this dead animal and put...
Poor lady.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. And so this next story...
There's another story?
Okay, so this story is
It's
about...
a lot of how many stories are there?
Just this one, last one. So this story, it's about someone I know. It's not really like even a story. It's just it's not me.
This is a movie.
No, it's not. It's not a movie. It's not a movie. So it's a guy I worked with a long, long time ago, and I guess he always had like teeth issues. You know, and he always said he was gonna go to Mexico to get his teeth like fixed, right? Because there's cheap dentistry, and he goes to Mexico and he gets like the anesthesia. He passes out. He wakes up, the dentist completely butchered all his teeth. And he had and he came back with little like pebble teeth, basically.
Oh,
I know.
but that's what they do in like Turkey. They grind them down and then...
Yeah.
Hey, I saw a story today, and just for everyone else who's listening, I did no work this week. I'm not intending to tell any stories. This is just off a reel I watched.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw a guy who went to get turkey teeth.
Turkey teeth?
Like teeth and...
Like the lady. Like the lady, the beak.
Yeah.
Turkey teeth.
No, teeth and turkey. They do very cheap sets of veneers. So they sand down all your teeth and then they put them on. Or they also do implants. So he went to get implants, and with the implants they put they get rid of your teeth completely, pull them out, and put metal poles, and then they attach the tooth to this metal pole.
Oh my god.
like a fake tooth, and they were doing that on him, and the dentist fucked up, and it went into his brain. Yeah, and then the dentist scrambled and dropped him off at the hospital and did the runner.
Oh no.
Yeah. So like a little metal post went. The X-ray shows it in his brain.
Freaking long post.
No, it must have gone through the roof of his mouth.
I guess your mouth isn't. Your brain isn't. Where did your brain end?
Well, it's all the way back to here, isn't it?
Wow, brains are big. We watched the show
yours.
Fallout. We saw a brain in a. What'd you say?
Not yours.
Yeah, no, mine's a peanut.
Yeah. Jingling about in there.
Interesting. Yeah.
So if you wanted to kill me as a dentist, that would be one way. He didn't die, the guy, though, but you could maybe do a few different posts.
I guess I could even like put it, like you get like I make you eat a lot of bad food, you have to get a root canal, and then so you put you under, and then I don't know, I can like throw you in the river.
What?
Because it passes you with the anesthesia.
Oh, okay.
Do you ever get you ever get like put under at the dentist, or do you ever get your face? Or what you could do is like, I guess this doesn't make any sense.
I would do Sweeney. Oh no, that's barbers.
Oh, the Sweeney Todd?
Yeah, but back in the day, the barbers were dentists as well, weren't they?
Were they? Like
well,
hair
that's
cutters?
why, why the sign is like red and white?
Why?
The traditional
yeah.
sign. Because it was for like the blood and teeth or something, apparently.
Red, white, and blue? Wasn't it like like health?
Yeah, something
hair
like that.
And like teeth, I guess. I don't know.
Something to do with that.
Imagine
blood.
Imagine going to my mom. My mom's a hairdresser, and she's like, "Okay, now let's look at your teeth."
Your mom will give anything a go, though. So I can imagine if dentists suddenly became really expensive, like say like $3,000 a trip, and you had to have like, I don't know, a tooth removed. It isn't it? It's not far off $1,000 to get a tooth removed anyway.
Wow.
Is it? Like for your wisdom teeth? I'm sure it's $1,000 or
What?
something.
Did I pay?
Did you have your wisdom tooth removed?
I had one, because I only have one wisdom tooth, my whole head. I took x-rays. There's no wisdom teeth in my mouth.
I'm missing one as well.
Oh.
But mine never came through anyway.
I had to get one removed, but it wasn't that expensive. It wasn't $1,000, that's for sure.
Because it's your ghetto dentist. It's your ghetto dentist.
Well, I think maybe I had insurance through my school or something, or I was paying something
quite
like that.
possibly.
So it probably was cheaper. Yeah, it's funny. It's like I felt like cavities, like getting a cavity done was more uncomfortable than getting a tooth removed.
Really?
Getting a tooth removed, it took a second. It was like,
were you asleep or just
no, they numb my head.
your whole head?
Or my face. Because apparently they said like the bottom teeth are more, or the top teeth hurt less than the bottom one. Didn't hurt at all. And they told me not to drink, and I got drunk that night.
Oh,
which
God.
is quite bad with a missing tooth in my head.
Yeah, and your blood will be thinner.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wouldn't be bad if mine came in. I'd have less gappy teeth.
What do you mean?
It would close up my gaps.
Would it actually?
Well, it would squeeze all my...
Oh, no. That'd be horrible.
Why?
Your teeth, you get all crowded.
No, there's room. I've got a huge mouth.
But your teeth aren't just going to shift. They're going to, like, bend.
No, they might just say, oh, like, move over. There's another one coming.
That's so much pain, though. You're like all the teeth going through your gums. Maybe, like, what I would do, like, I would implant, like, a little... You know how you love, like, plants and...
You know what? I was just thinking how beautiful that plant next to you looks. Look how big that is. The one on the right.
This one's nice. I like this one.
So big.
I don't like these ones.
I don't really like that, if I'm honest.
This one's
the one on the left is doing really well.
This one, I hate this. I feel like this spider plant's going to go up my nose.
That's not a spider plant.
What is it?
I don't know what it is, but it's not a spider plant.
This one's really pretty.
Yeah, but I think the one in the middle is going to get bigger and it's going to look nicer.
Anyway.
That's very uninteresting.
I'll implant like a little... You know how like you can get like plants to grow anywhere pretty much? Like I will implant like a little... Like a pumpkin seed in one of your gums. And like at night I'll water it, and I'll put like little like seed.
How's this pumpkin seed gonna kill me? Is it not just like an extra snack?
No, it's gonna. No, you kidding? It's gonna. One day it's gonna grow so big your head's gonna fucking explode.
And I'm not gonna do anything about it when it reaches like golf ball size, or even like peanut size. You know what I would do?
Mm.
I would, because we've been watching Fallout, and I'm in quite a like futuristic situation. What I would do is, I would implant like a chip in your tooth, and I would brain control you.
Oh.
Like
Shit.
a robot, and then get you to kill yourself. Wow.
Well, great up. Thank you guys for coming back.
I thought you were thanking me there. That would have been nice.
Thank you. I love you.
Thank you for coming. I love you.
Hope you guys liked this episode. We changed it a little bit.
We change it every bloody episode. Yeah. Why even acknowledge it anymore? Because like sometimes it's true crime, sometimes it's funny stories, sometimes it's teaching you about dance moves. Yeah. Sometimes there's no stories at all.
Well, last week was about a death, and now this one's about teeth death, teeth decay,
teeth death,
teeth death, turkey teeth,
turkey teeth and teeth death.
Man, that seagull tooth was. It's like the best story I've ever heard. That's the funniest story ever.
Do you know what I'll get you for your birthday?
A seagull tooth?
Yeah, seagull tooth.
The freaking that orange beak.
You can get me
looks like
nail
a Cheeto.
Teeth, and I'll get you seagull teeth.
Sure, I'm down.
To date.
Yeah.
We look like a great couple. Bye.
Bye, guys.